Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Happy Sunday. And I wanted to come to you with a little analysis on LUV, which is Southwest Airlines. If you came here from my Instagram page, I had a post today talking about some changes that they're making to their seats and other stuff like that. Now, I'm going to give you my opinion on those seats. They don't look comfortable at all. But hey, you never know till you sit in them. But I kind of feel like they downgraded. All right, so let's get to this chart. One, I am on the weekly chart and I'm just going back looking kind of see like what's been going on the past few years with LUV. So I can see we had consolidation here pretty much from January 2015 to October 2016. We moved up and then we started consolidating again in 2017 until 2020, which was 3 years. We dropped and then we hit basically COVID, which was March, end of March for most stocks where it dipped, but this came all the way down till May 2020 and it ran up until April 2021. So a year and a month. Since April, well, let's go here from June 2021 until October 2023, it's pretty much been heading south, but it may have made a little U turn. So we can definitely see this was a downtrend, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And you can see even if I zoom in, it was close. So this high is 39.28. This high is 39.06. So it was a lower high, but it was close. We pulled back to a lower low, and then now we're moving up. So gonna turn on a few drawings. So we have some bears that are sitting certain areas. They're kind of right above this support and resistance zone, or in the support resistance zone, I should say. So there are some bears sitting there, some bears there, and it looked like there may be some bears that are sitting right there. And at the bottom, we can see where our bulls are sitting. Now, I ain't got a bull, so this little reindeer gonna have to work for y'all. So pretend it's a bull. So now we have this trend line that it's been holding since 2021, past few years. And we broke the trend line here, that big, beautiful engulfing candle came up, pulled back. So sometimes a retest will come and retest the line and move on. Sometimes it falls back in. So we actually made a lower low at this one, which still said technically we were in a downtrend because this was a lower high. And so now we are attempting again. So we're going to see if we can break above this high of 39.06, which will make it a higher high. So that's where we are right now. One thing I do notice is there is consolidation in this area. So you can see it's kind of since, I'm going to go back here, July 2022, it has been pretty much hanging out in this area. It kind of dropped out here. So if I draw a little box, give or take, but it's been consolidating right here in this area for a while. So we broke to the downside. Now we're going to see if we can break to the upside. So I have resistance at 37.02, and I have this note. Support and resistance is really a zone, not a line on a chart. Obviously, it's easier to make the line, but I always want you guys to remember it is a zone. So it can come up and wick anywhere in this white square and potentially reverse down. Now, I'm actually going to drop down to the daily time frame. And the reason I had that box, because once again, it is consolidating right here. And it seems LUV consolidates a lot. There's consolidation there, there's consolidation there, there's consolidation. It kind of tends to consolidate a lot. So if this is the ticker you're interested in trading, just find some consolidation and wait for a breakout. and you might do okay with that method. Now, I suggest you back test that because I'm just talking about what I see. But if you want to try that, back test it, let me know how it works. So, right now, we are consolidating in this area. If I look left, and I'm going to just move this over, um, price gap here that it closed. I was trying to see if this was an area that it heavily consolidates at. Not necessarily. So we just got to break out of here. If you've been watching any of my other IG posts, I talk about I went from the weekly to the daily. I can go to the 4 hour. The lower I go, the more information I get. And all it's confirming right now is that it is consolidating. I'm on the 2 hour. So still can see that consolidation. Now I'm on the 1 hour. It's definitely holding support. And for me, I'm probably not gonna go further any than 30 minutes, but it is still holding support, like ain't much change. So 1 hour is probably as low as I would want to go and see, are we gonna get a move back up or are we going to break down from here? Now, when I go back up to the daily and I'm looking at this, like it's kind of traveled far and technically it's in an uptrend because we're making higher highs. Well, a higher high, a lower high, a higher high, a lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high. So it's technically at this point in an uptrend with making higher highs and lower highs. And once again, like I said, we can see this consolidates a lot. So if we're in an uptrend, it's consolidating. The assumption is it will potentially move higher. And pay attention to my choice of words or of potentially move higher. It could actually come and pull back for a little bit and then potentially go higher. Now, when I draw these, this is just showing you the potential path of price movement. I'm not indicating any particular price of where it may go and stop. So I've either got it's going to break out and go this way, or it is going to retrace some and then potentially move this way. So right now, because it's in consolidation, I can neither confirm nor deny which way this is actually going. But considering it's in an uptrend and I'm consolidating, the potential for it to move higher is greater in this situation. But all in all, we don't have to wait and find out for sure. Because, like I said, it could pull back some before going higher. But I do think we may end up going higher overall, even if we pull back. So we'll see if I'm right. And I may or may not be. And I'm saying this because I want you guys to know I talk in probabilities. What is the probability of one way over the other? I've looked at the whole picture. So I'm never talking in absolutes because there is no absolutes in the market. So it can only go two ways, up or down. What is the probability of it going up versus it going down? And if it goes down, where could it potentially go? I do have some resistance at 3707. So that is a potential area it could go to and possibly reject and pull back some more, or maybe even do a complete reversal. Because when I look up here, well, actually, it goes higher when it does those reversals. So maybe even higher before we get something that may indicate it's going to reverse and go south. But for right now, we're consolidating. We're breaking for a break to the upside or the downside. If we come to the downside, I'm looking forward to potentially go ahead and move on up to the upside and continue this trend. You guys look at go to the comments and let me know what you think about love and if you would trade love. And if you like trading airlines but don't want to trade any particular airline, there's an ETF called Jet, and it basically has all the airlines in it. And guess what? It Southwest is actually the largest holding. So if you kind of tend to like Southwest, that's the largest holding. But Jet, just eattakeaway.com. And this is the let me make sure I did the right one. I didn't do the right one. Oh, duh, I forgot a letter. I'm like, why doesn't this look right? There we go. JETS. I was like, it didn't look right. So here's its holding: Southwest, American, United, Delta. Basically, all the airlines are in there. This is the top 10. I don't see Spirit, but it might be in there. But Love, American, United, Delta, JetBlue, Frontier, SkyWest, Allegiant, Alaska, Air Canada, with Love and AAL holding the largest, actually, one, two, three, four. This is 40% of the ETF. Now, this thing moves kind of slow. You get average of 30, 40 cents a day per move. Um, but you can buy multiple contracts. The contracts are kind of cheap. So if you don't want to trade a direct airline, you can try trading this ETF. All right, you guys take care. Go to the comments, let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon.